We all back, people, with another episode. We are back, people. I am the great debater, Andre. I am here with my man Prime,
Yo.
and I'm here with my man Stat Boy. Loser. I'm also here with my man KK. Say something.
Hey.
There you go.
Just so you don't think we're crazy, I told Stat Boy the next time he can't make it to a show, I was going to replace him with a balloon.
And the fact that you went through this all on your own, because, this is all you.
Yeah.
I can't take no credit for this.
Notice the hair, though. I got the hair right.
The artwork is flawless, yo. So, how you feel about, you got any, John? I got some
shout outs.
Some shout outs to do. We're prom debate with Stats, yo. Pretty much a water cooler talk podcast. This week we were supposed to have a guest, our first guest. That didn't happen. Hopefully next week. And
look, unforeseen circumstances, not like
and obviously we also missing our beloved Stat Boy, who was with us for 2 weeks, and then he went on hiatus. No, he needed a little R&R. Took advantage of a little VK. I get it.
Him and the fam, we got you.
I get it. So,
but we
there's nothing
can't
wrong with that.
We just out of love.
And just out of spite, too, because this is hilarious to me, because that shit looks so accurate.
Yes.
But, so we had a whole episode. We talked about it a little bit towards the tail end of the episode.
Did that actually make the recording?
It made it through recording. I had to do a little editing.
Saw.
Yeah, at the end, and I worked my magic.
Yes,
it's all
did.
good. You know what I'm saying? But we're also here, and we're sponsored by Crack Bell Productions, and we're also streaming on Facebook Live up there, and then we're also streaming on YouTube for our YouTube viewers. You know what I'm saying? So sports is back. I'm excited, even though the Phillies are postponed, but sports are back. And I mean sports, I mean all 4 of them. Hockey's back.
Yes.
Football's back. Baseball's back. Basketball starts tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
And that means we can talk some sports. I do want to say something, though, to you, Prom.
Go for it.
I want to talk about Madden. I know that's not your twist.
No, go ahead.
But I really want to do a deep dive into the game at one point. Maybe not this episode.
Okay.
But at some point in time in the future.
Define deep dive. I got no problem with Madden.
No, you don't have no problem with Madden, but
I'm not the Madden professional like you.
No,
I don't live, breathe, sleep, eat
Madden.
Chew Madden.
I know. Right now, I mean, I'm a we video gamers. So, right now I'm on the Ghost Tsushima John. That's
Yo, I heard. I was thinking about buying that John. Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I was worried about the gameplay.
Just the cinematography of it for a video game is insane.
Like, how is the gameplay like Uncharted type gameplay, or is it like God of War? Like,
I would say a little bit of
Arkham. Like,
I won't say Arkham. I mean, it's all dependent. It's a combination of all those games, actually. You know what I mean? You hit the square button to do this, R1 to do that. It's all R1 circle motion. The animations with the because it's all Japanese. You know what I mean? So it's like
when you have to get into an
when
actual
you
sword
attack
fight with somebody.
When you attack somebody, but the way the game starts, I don't even want to ruin it for you. But the way the game starts, you're like it gets you ready and gets you hyped. And then but like if you say I'm facing you and I want to attack you, and if I want to attack you, I take a whole step forward towards you when I attack you. So somebody coming behind me, if I got multiple, enemies, I mean, I gotta like maybe actually turn my whole camera around to kind of like almost get my bearings right.
Not just a button mash, John.
It's more of a timing and practice and all that stuff. But it's not hard to really learn.
I like those.
Yeah,
I love those games.
And the storyline is awesome. I personally, this is me personally. This is how crazy I am. I took the game. They give you options of how you want it because it's based off of a movie, which I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
So you can do your screen like how you want it. So you can actually use it like black and white, like the film was.
Ooh.
Which is dope. My brother, he's saying he's doing that. That's how he's playing it. But what I do and what I'm doing is that I'm using the how I watch all my Japanese anime stuff.
In the box screen, in the box joint.
No, this is the box screen, but I got the
screen angle. I mean,
no, I got the full screen joint because I'm on a big screen. I'm on like a small monitor joint. But I use
subtitles.
Yep, the subtitles. They speaking in Japanese on my joint. When I stream, you see it. It's all in Japanese, and then I gotta read at the bottom.
Nice.
So I haven't been playing in a while because I had my kids all week.
So it's like watching a karate movie.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a samurai joint.
Yeah.
So something like that.
Nice.
We're getting a little off topic though, but it's all good. It's really no topic.
We
really
have no topics.
I know. I'm about to say
this is us.
I'm the most unprepared person in the game, so it's all the way it is. Look, Key took his headphones off. He just chilling in the background, having a conversation about something else.
Probably having a drink.
No, I got you. You gotta explain your business on the air. It's all good, man. I got you. I just, I'm messing with you just a tad bit. Usually Mont does that, but I'm gonna let you, I'll let you be. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, you're a Lakers fan.
Why, yes, I am.
And you're an Eagles fan.
Why, yes, I am.
And you do not care about hockey, nor do you care about baseball.
Actually, I'm learning hockey. I'm learning hockey, so I can care about it more.
What would be your team? The Flyers, I'm assuming.
Flyers, yes.
Okay.
Like I know enough about hockey to watch a game and understand it now. Like I learned the plus minuses and I learned the different penalties. The hardest thing for me to figure out was icing. Now
Why?
I got that down pat. I'm cool.
Icing is like the easiest thing in the world.
I just didn't get how some hits were icing and some weren't. I just couldn't.
It's not a hit. It's just.
No, I mean when you hit the puck.
Oh.
I just couldn't get why sometimes it was icing, sometimes it wasn't.
It's all about the lines.
Exactly.
It's all about the lines, man.
I learned that now.
I mean, and it used to be a lot more stricter. They tightened it up. They opened it up so the game can be more
free flowing.
Yeah, high scoring because they sometimes back in the day particularly you would rarely get a game that's like 4-5 or something like that.
You get a 1-0 game. That could be that's it.
So I don't know how long ago because I mean I do watch hockey, but I'm not like an
avid fan.
Yeah, like I'm a fan, but I'm just not like it's not. I'm not my total attention ain't to it. So what happened was a lot of kids that came up that are now in the league. They came up and they're really good. Like so back in the day, your defenseman was really like a bruiser, wasn't really good at skating. And now you got these guys, man. They can skate, man. They can skate. They can shoot. So your defensemen, they're supposed to be these,
your big defensemen actually have some skills.
Yeah,
now.
and they're
not just out there.
So they want to open up
so
they want to open up the game so they can be fast. Now, kind of by them opening up the game, it allowed more defensemen to be a little bit more effective in that aspect as well. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, well, now we need some guys that can really skate. Flyers kind of like dropped the ball on that. When everybody else was kind of like making the change, we were still sticking to our guns. We're really slow defensemen and everything else like that. We was also doing the wrong thing as far as like we wasn't bringing up our youth. The Phantoms has always been one of the best minor league teams in the AHL, and it's like horrible, like horrible that the fact that we never brought any of that talent up.
Was they would line up letting them go to everywhere else?
No, they just wouldn't bring them up, or they bring them up late, and then of course they probably will trade them or do some deals with them or whatever. It's just one of those things that we just didn't ever have that going on. So like the last real, I won't say. I mean, I don't focus, so it's probably another class that's probably pretty good because I hear a lot of good players out there now that's doing really good. But the names is that I remember that was coming up was Crosby, Ovechkin, and then like we ended up getting what's his name? We ended up getting oh my gosh, the 26-8, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name.
26-8, that narrows it down.
Yeah, I know. That just didn't do no good, no justice. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's good. He's a talented player. I just don't think he's a franchise type leader. Huh?
Samuelson?
No. Kid, help me out. I know you don't pay attention to hockey. But what's the star player for the hockey? For the Flyers. For the Flyers.
That's Claude Giroux.
There you go.
Sean Couturier. There's a couple of them.
But it's the Drew I was mostly focusing on. Now Drew came in after them a little bit, like the Crosbys and Ovechkin and Kane. But he came around. He was supposed to be like that. That's the next tier type of talented players. But we didn't really do that well. Which like one of the craziest things or one of the saltiest things for like Flyers fans is that some of the players that we had on our team, Richards and Carter, they went to another team and won the Stanley Cup. That was insane because they was our like two linchpin. People thought you could never do it, but they had a talented team, but they also had a goalie, which is something that we have not had in a long time.
Now they have one at Hart.
Yeah, and this kid is a guy from our minors.
Yes,
and we brought him up, and now he's doing good.
Actually, his backup is good too. Because when Hart got hurt, the guy that came in for him was doing pretty good too. Whose name I have just completely blanked on just now.
I just remember the kid, the rookie kid. I think his name is Hart. Yeah. I'm just like, now it's something to be a little bit excited about. I gotta get back into it. I think they didn't do no season. They just went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're in the playoffs right now. I don't know if they won last night or not, but they was in the playoffs.
I know.
And baseball, what's your situation with baseball?
Baseball, I don't usually pay attention until it gets to the playoffs.
Mm.
I'll pay somewhat attention
if the Phillies are doing good.
Yes.
Okay, so you're pretty much all Phillies except for the except for the Lakers. I mean, except for the Sixers.
Yep.
Fair enough. I am a non-Eagles fan, and everything else is Philly. So I'm Phillies, Flyers, Sixers. Excuse me. Yeah, that just happened. But
I don't know what drinking a Pepsi. How you go over the bourbon?
Well, it's caffeine free, but it's still acid in it. I don't know. But yeah, so
how you feel about that, Mont?
Yeah, how you feel about that, Mont? Oh, my bad, Mont. Let me tell you about your teams since you can't speak. Don't worry about it. I got this. Jets, Clippers, and I don't think you have a baseball or a hockey team, so you just lame.
Yeah, pretty much. Jets.
Oh, you nodding? What was that? Oh, is your head shaking? What are you trying to say?
I think he nodded. He knows he's lame.
So yeah, I understand that. I understand the whole rooting for one team and not team. Kay, I know you doing your thing real quick. Just real quick, what's your teams in sports?
Sixers and Eagles. I think Lakers are kind of. It's not really Lakers, but it's more like LeBron's, like whoever team.
So you're a fan of LeBron, so you like LeBron if your team ain't doing good or they out of it. I get you.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to talk about that. But we can. I don't care.
Pretty much.
All right, so I'm going to talk about football real quick. And your joint is definitely flashing.
Mm-hmm.
Flashing lights.
My mommy's calling me.
Oh, tell Mama I said what's up. Mama Prailer. People are starting to call out. I did not know. How did y'all get Chris Godwin? When did I miss this? That's what I wanted to know. I asked my pops this the other day. I said, when the hell did y'all get Chris? And he's like, what? I don't know. I said, I know during the offseason and everything, that's when everything kind of like went shut down mode.
Mm-hmm.
But I would at least, I remember I told you I stopped watching sports because when sports stopped working.
I watching Sports Center completely.
I started watching all that.
He was one of the quieter pickups, but yes.
Oh my gosh, that was insane. Y'all got him and Jackson? That's insane. That's insane. Y'all gonna ruin it somehow, but it's insane.
Gee, thanks.
But y'all, that's insane. How did y'all do that?
What you call decide this?
That was a free agency, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tampa's idiots.
And they re-signed Jason Peters to take the place of. Or he went out injured. What's his damn name?
Oh yeah.
Lineman.
I don't know his name, but y'all re-signed him to bring him back. So you gonna just keep Peters on the outside? Y'all aren't moving him inside it, y'all.
They're moving him to that spot. They're not gonna leave him. They're not leaving his old left spot. They're moving him to the injured player spot.
Oh, so he gonna go right tackle then?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not going to guard.
No.
Okay. That was Johnson, wasn't it? Wasn't it Lane Johnson?
Yes. No, Lane Johnson just reported he tested positive for COVID.
No. So who was the one that you were talking about for the injury?
He just reported he tested positive for COVID too.
Oh,
so that's not why he's not out because of COVID.
Oh, he's out for an injury though.
Yes.
Okay. And then he just recently did the whole I did the COVID thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Bob. Even though he can't hear me because he left, he went home.
Yeah.
He bounced.
Yep.
That was Bob who came in and gave me the Claude Giroux answer.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear from Bob soon. He's coming to the family, joining to the Crack Bell production crew.
We're adopting Bob.
We're adopting Bob. So yeah, but that's insane that y'all got Chris Godwin. I didn't like. I don't. But that's insane.
Are you doing fantasy? Are you talking about fantasy?
No, we just talking about in general. Just talking about like pickups because football about to start and people are opting out. I lost my D tackle for my team. He decided it's like, no, I'm not coming. I'm not gonna play this year. And a couple other people, saying they're not coming, they're not playing. Chris Godwin was one of them, and I didn't know y'all had him. I was like, holy shit, y'all got Chris Godwin, the receiver boy from the Bucks, who's like
Wait.
really, really good.
I don't know. Are you sure?
He said he's not playing.
Yeah, no. I don't know if the Eagles have him.
Yeah. Prom just told me y'all picked him up during the offseason.
No, I know who you're talking about. Are you sure that's not a different name? Godwin?
It was Chris Godwin, receiver.
Unless you mean
Unless I'm mistaken, because I don't. I mean, am I mistaken? Am I talking about the wrong receiver from Tampa Bay?
It might be a different name. Because he was on the 49ers, wasn't the guy we got?
No, was he?
I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah, you do that.
Because I remember they talked
Stat boy, why you not doing your job?
Was he Stat Boy?
Oh, never mind. All thumbs. Yeah, if that's the case, then I don't care. I mean, if it's some
Marquise Godwin. That's his name.
Marquise.
Yeah, he's not nearly as good as what's his name? Yeah,
so it's the other, it's not so it is the one from San Fran.
yeah, the San Fran
Yeah.
one. That's the one we got.
Oh,
He's the one.
y'all got it from the San Fran, and the one that's in Tampa. Okay, cool. All right, I diverse. I mean, I just
Chris Godwin.
that was insane.
You got the Godwins mixed up.
Woo, I was about to say that is insane. They give y'all that.
Yeah,
Yo,
I
I
was thinking
didn't.
that. I was like,
I
what?
saw a stat the other day. The Eagles were 31st in the league in yards to wide receivers. In wide receiver yardage.
Well, I'm not a Eagles fan, but because of course I'm living in the city, I'm from the city. I do know that that's your quarterback's fault. They're saying that he has a bias to receivers.
Well, last year we didn't have any receivers.
I mean, but that's true too. But the receivers he had out there, he had a bias to, and even before then he had a bias to him. I mean, like this ain't new stuff. Supposedly he's very biased in there, and when your receivers did play out there on the field,
when they were healthy, he got on the ball. But once Deshaun went down, and Alshon never.
The Deshaun John is kind of crazy, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I like Wentz. I think Wentz is a solid quarterback.
Oh yeah, I love Wentz.
But I don't know.
Alshon never materialized last year.
I mean, Alshon's Alshon.
Yeah,
Alshon, his whole thing, being the fact that I know him very well.
Well,
Oh yeah,
he was hurt.
he had a very okay.
Alshon was hurt.
He's always
Deshaun
always
was
been his
hurt.
injuries. His problems injuries.
By the time we got to like week
I gotta stop
12,
drinking that.
week 13, we had, hey, can you run 100 yards? We'll sign you.
I mean, you had Ortega Whiteside. People felt like y'all should have drafted somebody else. Y'all had some guys.
I think he was a project.
Listen, I understand you want to say you don't have the talent. That's cool, but your quarterback has a history of not throwing to receivers and throwing to his best friend.
It was that.
So that's a problem.
That was leaked by what's her name, Justina Anderson, and a lot of people say it was Alshon that was leaking it.
And then maybe he was, but the bottom line is that when I watch the games, I'm not saying that these guys are wide open or anything like that. But at the same time, I mean, I don't think Wentz is really trying to get the ball to them.
I don't know. You seen the Deshaun that first game, and it's like,
Yeah, I mean, but that's Deshaun. When he's wide the fuck open downfield, everybody gonna tell you to throw to him.
Alshon wasn't playing good. Hasn't been playing good.
Look,
It's Deshaun. You don't throw the D-Jack wide the hell open down the field. You're fired.
you can only throw X amount of receivers open. If they're not getting open, you can't throw everybody open.
Exactly.
It's not so much throwing everybody open, but you got to target them. I think that was a big thing.
He target Aguilar a good amount of times, and he.
Because that's his friend too.
Aguilar got toaster hands. All
And
he
he-
does is
and-
pop
and-
up.
So who are we saying that he should have targeted then?
I don't know,
Who specifically?
but that was the report. I don't know. Y'all
it was
y'all
outside.
disagreeing. Who cares who reported it? Do you think it's true?
No, I'm just.
Watching the
No,
games, do
no,
you
it
think
was-
it's true?
It was true that we weren't we
I-
didn't have any
yeah.
receivers to get the ball to.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's the true part. We didn't have any receivers to get the ball to.
I don't know. What do you think, Mont? Okay.
Mine said go Jets.
yeah.
I don't
It's the
know.
first time we ever got an argument in without him interrupting us.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it feels about that. But it's some teams that's like pretty good and everything else. I'm curious about Tampa Bay just signed Shady. I'm curious to see what this team and of course, as soon as I saw that text,
Mm-hmm.
the next alert I got was Buccaneers are loaded on offense. No, they're not. No, they're not. They are literally the old timers.
Gronk. They still got OJ, right?
Who, Howard?
Mhm.
I think so. But then he gets used somewhat. I mean, he might get used. How you gonna get used if Gronk on the field?
Yeah, he gonna be the blocking tight end. That's what he gonna be used for. He gonna be used to protect Brady's blind side.
Man, if Gronk ain't getting listen, that offense, once the offense starts stalling and then the weapons ain't getting in the touches that they supposed to be getting, they're gonna be like, what's wrong with the weapons? That's what it comes down to.
Evans, Gronk,
Evans is like peak prime going to the teeter.
Evans, Gronk,
how's
OJ.
He's like 28 now.
What?
Evans?
Probably.
I mean, so yeah. And then you still got Godwin, which I thought you lost, so that's
Yeah.
that's a big help.
Yeah.
That's a big help. But then is Godwin the type of receiver that you really need for I mean, I don't know. I don't know what type of offense
If
they're
you
going to be
got
running.
Gronk running down one side of the field and Evans running down the other side of the field, you can't double team both of them.
I know Bruce Arians ain't going to do no dinky dunk West Coast offense shit or no spread run and shoot type offense. It's going to be down the field air raid style.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I know that's definitely going to happen. So two things to me is kind of funny about this. One, the Shady thing is solid because the last time I saw Shady play, he was good. He looked old, but he still could run and he still was decent.
Still carry the ball like a
Yeah.
sack of
And he
like
and
a
he
bag of
and he
groceries.
still, you know what I mean, showed
And
a
don't
lot of
fumble.
improvement. Yeah. And didn't really fumble, had some really good games and everything else. So on a bad team by you with a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally do believe that he can help.
Tampa Bay goes as far as their offensive line protects Brady.
No, it goes as far as how far Brady can throw. Last year I saw Brady's arm looks like not good. He just didn't look like his arm just doesn't look like it's up to what mentally he's trying to do.
I think Brady is.
And that's a problem because it happens to everybody, and it has happened to him, and now he has to adjust. This has nothing to do with your talent.
No, Brady was the quarterback that could make his own weapons. Now he actually needs weapons.
It's not about. I mean, everybody needs weapons.
Brady made stars out of players you couldn't identify. That couldn't do shit anywhere else.
Who?
Name me Brady's top receivers
Randy Moss.
besides Randy Moss.
After Randy Moss, it was Edelman and what was the other dude?
Was there someone Walker?
Thank you.
Wes Walker.
What did Wes Walker do when he left?
He did great in Broncos.
Yeah,
with the
I mean he
Broncos.
went to Denver, but before Amendola, not Amendola.
You're right. He was one.
He's one of them, but that's not the one I'm talking about.
Deion
Um,
Branch,
no,
Branch.
Branch was just a solid, average wide receiver.
Brady
at best.
made him.
But Brady
made
wasn't.
these people great.
Brady was. First of all, Brady wasn't throwing like slinging a rock all crazy back then when he had Deion Branch. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
But when he got Moss, when he got the weapons, and then of course he got the Gronk and he got Killer. You know what I'm saying? With Rodriguez.
Remember, Gronk wasn't the weapon. Gronk was the blocking back. Killer was the weapon.
You kidding me? Gronk was definitely the weapon.
No, Killer was the weapon.
No, Gronk was the
Killer
weapon.
being Hernandez, just for the record.
I said Rodriguez. I'm sorry.
Killer.
Yeah.
Killer was the weapon. Gronk was the blocking tight end.
No way in hell.
When they started out, Killer was the weapon. Gronk was the blocking tight end.
No, when they started out, Gronk and them was both the weapons. He was always second fiddle to Hernandez. I mean,
You're right. To Hernandez.
No, yeah, right. I said the right name.
Yeah, you got it right this time.
You know what I mean? So
Killer.
You know what I mean? Like that's just. I mean, look. I just don't think his arm is there. I just don't know. I don't know if his arm is going to be there to do what he wants to do. I think he can do the short timing route still. That comes down to the type of receivers. I don't think Godwin can do that. So if Godwin can't do that, then what does that mean? Can OJ do that? I don't know. Gronk can obviously do
OJ
it.
hasn't done it yet.
He showed flashes. Nothing crazy though.
He's been flashing since college. He ain't done shit.
He's only in what, 4th, 5th year, I think. I don't know. I mean, you got Jameis Winston, so I mean, hit or miss with him.
Mostly miss.
No, mostly hit. Bull can throw for some touchdowns. Bull.
He can throw for interceptions too.
I know.
That was the problem.
He goes in bunches. But yeah, I just think, I just think that comes down to the arm. Defensively, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the Tampa Bay defense.
That's
Nobody
true.
cares. Get the ball any kind of way, minimize the points any kind of way, get the ball back to Brady in the offense.
What do you think Cam's going to do in New England?
I think Cam is going to be solid. I think he's going to be really, really solid. I hope they don't try to put him in a Brady offense. But at the same time, I am glad if they try to put him in something different than that whole we can use this Auburn style offense that we've been trying to do with you since day one. Like don't do that. You can mix it into your scheme and have a couple plays, but don't base your whole offense around it. Don't get me wrong; it got him to a Super Bowl. He won an MVP that year when they was doing that.
But there's a lot different time.
But
he was a lot younger then.
It's not just that. It's just
and the one thing you cannot defeat is Father Time.
You can't. And I just said that about Brady.
He got hit a whole lot more.
I don't
than any other quarterback out there.
Sometimes I think personally when it comes to Cam is he's in his head too much. But what I think he needs to be is he needs to be happy and comfortable with the offense. And that's important to him.
All right. Well, do you think Cam is that player that he doesn't want to be considered the Randall Cunningham? Like he doesn't want to be the running quarterback. He just wants to be a quarterback.
He been into that.
But do you think that's still in his head?
No. What his issue is like even with Brady and a lot of other quarterbacks, he's not the only one. But his thing, in my opinion, is that when the offense ain't when he's not feeling what he gets called in a huddle or the game plan, gets set up, he can tend to get like I'm not really feeling this. And you go into the huddle, and then when the ball's hiked, if you don't see that first read or that joint, you knew that wasn't going to be there. You don't like the checks. You don't like none of the audibles that you can do to any of that. You're just not feeling it. Wentz went through the same thing up in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. Now last year he finally got a coordinator was like, listen, dude, we're going to do some other stuff. We're not going to just throw vanilla dumbass offense at these people and try to make you win a game every day. And that's what Carolina tried to do. If Cam didn't have a good game, the chances of them winning was impossible. And that was even before and mind you, he didn't even have a lot of weapons.
He had Steve Smith.
He had Smith, but he also had Benjamin, who didn't really pan out. You know what I mean? And then he had the running back duel and Williams and Stewart. You know what I'm saying?
Stewart, I forgot about him.
And it was drawn. They brought Caffrey in, but by then, they didn't really know what Caffrey was going to be, and they really had a nice little work combination.
They lucked into Caffrey. They didn't think he was going to be what he turned into.
No, they thought he was good. They thought he was drafted.
Good. They thought he was going to be good, but they didn't know he was going to be what he is.
They kind of hoped he is. They spent a first rounder.
Yeah.
They spent a first round pick on him. They was hoping that.
They hoped.
I think a lot of people didn't think he was going to be able to handle the interior.
When he went to the combine and only did 10 of the bench press and then quit. They didn't think he had the toughness to.
But they thought he was a more of a a third down back type person. Maybe you could throw some gimmicky stuff in there. It's a spread offense these days anyway. So they didn't think that was the thing. They didn't think you could just hand him the ball off and pound with him.
Mm-hmm.
But they never really spread the game out. They never really spread the whole field out. They didn't think he was as fast, neither that he could break away from people in the pros. They was like, this kid can't outrun some of our best defenders. Oh, okay. Not only can he outrun them, he's going to juke the crap out of them and then outrun them. You know what I'm saying? Like this, just what he does. But I mean, I saw him in Stanford. I knew he was gonna be solid. I always knew he was gonna be solid. But that's just me.
I think that was you and everybody in Stanford.
I mean, we was at that draft. You remember?
Yeah.
I mean, so. I mean, I don't know, but I just don't think that Cam needs to be. I don't know. I just think that he needs to play. I had a debate with somebody that told me that, you know, I mean, Cam is washed up and he's done. It's like there's no way in the world
I don't
he's
think
washed
he's
up.
up.
He's way better than. All right, so Key, I need you on this one for this one.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, and you too, Mont.
I really, for a second, I was like, oh, wait, mine? Forgot he was
Is Cam better? Or remember first, don't ask me if he's better. Who would you rather have at this point right now?
right.
Would you rather have Jimmy G or Cam?
Oh, Jimmy G.
I think I'm gonna have to go Cam.
Of course, Cam. I don't know what you're thinking about Key.
He's not as injury. Well,
Jimmy G is a good game manager.
oh no,
I don't
no.
think you
His
can-
Saints
I don't
game,
think
that
you-
Saints game last year, the last season proved that he's more than that. He's not.
I
as
like
good
Jimmy
as,
G. I think Jimmy
Mahomes.
G is great. All right, let me ask you a question.
He's a better thrower.
If Cam was on that team last year, do they win the whole thing?
He probably wouldn't even make it to the end of the year.
No, I'm saying if Cam's on that team and he's healthy,
No, I don't think so. He's too inaccurate. I don't
and
think
you
he's-
you still don't think they win. So you really think Jimmy G just better than Cam?
I never said I think Cam in his prime is better than Jimmy.
What do you mean? It's too inaccurate. I don't understand.
I'm saying
Jimmy G's inaccurate.
Cam is not in his prime right now, and I think Jimmy G is more accurate.
So you
than
think
Cam
he
is.
washed up? You think Cam washed up?
I think it's all right. So I don't think he's washed up.
think he's
but I
on the
don't think he's-
downside?
Yes, yeah. I think there's more detail to that. Like
He's peak prime.
he's not. What do you mean?
Meaning he's past his prime.
He's past his prime,
He's passing his prime.
but I don't think he's washed up. I think he's still got something left.
But you like Jimmy G. Okay,
Yeah.
here you go. All right, another quarterback. I'm gonna give you another quarterback.
All right.
Derek Carr.
Ooh, this is a good one. That was a good one. Ooh, okay.
Who you taking?
I'll take my chance with Cam.
You?
I don't trust Carr. I take
Yeah.
my chance with Cam too.
Okay, so that's two.
I
All
got
right.
one for you.
All right.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh,
Cam.
Yeah, that was
He should have been in. She should have been in Chicago anyway. Easily should have been in Chicago right now. Easily. My coach came out. My coach came out because everybody's saying, no, it's gonna be Mitch's. They just got Nick there just in case some silly shit. But no, my coach said, excuse me, we're having an open competition because I don't believe in Mitch Trubisky. Mitchell, if you want to call him Mitchell, I don't give a rat's ass. I don't believe in him. So we're having an open competition. I think he's like, he literally said, I think this will play itself out before the season is done. He's not even giving the kid a chance. There's no way he's beating out Nick. There's no way. I hope he does. For the sake, because I was excited. You saw me at the draft.
Yes.
I was excited for Mitch.
He had genuine joy in his face when they said his name. Like he studied up on him.
Was he your first? Did you want him over
I
Deshaun?
didn't want Deshaun.
You didn't want Deshaun?
I wasn't really high on Deshaun.
Mahomes was
Only
on the
reason
radar.
why I wanted Deshaun,
Yeah.
the only reason why I wanted Deshaun because my city has never had a quarterback like a Deshaun Watson. So like the mobile, athletic, black quarterback, nobody's had that. With the big arm and all that, no, we never had that. We had Cordell Stewart at one point, and we had like, what's his name? The one that came from Nebraska, Tommy something. I forget his name. Ugh.
Tommy Maddox.
No, from Nebraska, the black quarterback from Nebraska. They used to just run the triple option. They used to run that it's old school. He's like a '90s guy.
I remember the
You
guy.
remember
I
the
don't
guy.
remember his, I can't.
I mean, his name is Tommy something, but I just don't. Yeah, you can Google it.
I'm gonna have to.
Just Google quarterbacks.
Nebraska quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
Tommy.
I think it was Frazier.
That Frazier.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So I would definitely take obviously Cam Newton, and that's wouldn't you take Cam Newton over Mitch?
Yeah, I take my chance. It's like one of those things where it's like same with the car question you asked. It's like I feel like I know what I'm getting with both of those guys. Like I'll take the chance to see that maybe Cam might be what he used to be.
Don't get me wrong. Don't. All right, so here's another one. Golf.
Ooh, that's another one.
Golf or Cam.
That's the same. I feel like
So who you choosing?
because it's like there's a chance Cam could be better, but there's a chance he could also be worse.
You see what they both do. I'm not saying golf is garbage. I'm not saying golf is bad. I'm not saying that Jimmy G is bad. I'm not saying that Carr is bad. What I'm asking you, I am saying Mitch is bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I'm saying, what I'm saying to you though is, do you feel like if you have him on your roster, who do you want to start? Who do you feel like is the better starting quarterback? You see what they both can do. Now, the decision.
I might just stick with Goff.
You optimistic, young man. What about you?
I don't know if I trust that guy like that because he looked horrible. He's looked horrible lately.
Goff had the whole team had a down season after the Super Bowl thing. But it's cool. I think they. Don't think they.
He looked lost out there. Like he just. He didn't have a grasp of what was happening to him.
I just think everybody just got caught up to their offensive system. That's all.
It was I know his offensive line. The reason why he was so much worse the year that just went by than the other ones was because his offensive line gotten worse. Some people retired and gotten older.
They wasn't getting 5 to 6 yard clips on the running games on first down.
Yeah, and the running game wasn't as good either.
That whole McVay offense, which is pretty still good offense. He's a good coach. That wasn't, nobody was falling for the bullshit no more. And without the running game and Gurley being Gurley, who's kind of messed up or whatever, it is what it is. Okay, another quarterback. You didn't ever choose. No, did you choose? Did you?
I said I didn't. I don't trust Goff.
Yeah.
So you told, okay, so you take a Cam. Okay. Of course it's Cam for me because that's what I would say. There's just no way. Okay, so now we're going to go to another team. And this team will be, let's say, I'm trying to think of a good team. Dallas. Dak.
This is a good one too. I just don't know with Cam. Because I seen him before he's the last time he played, and he was just really bad.
He looked really injured.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is that's just it's like a thing. He's just breaking down now. That's just how his body is now because he used to be a running quarterback. And I don't know if I want to take my chances.
I'm taking Cam.
I'm
taking the former MVP over the offensive rookie of the player of the year or some shit. Whatever.
What you done for me lately type of guy.
That's what I see that. I'm assuming you that last footage of wherever you saw Cam really did a number to you.
I think I seen him against the Buccaneers, and it was such a
he did.
game.
I remember that game. He did not look good.
It was
I know you're not asking me that question. I'm not taking anything from Dallas.
There you go. Just proud Eagles fan. And then I can just name run off the basic ones. As much as I love Tua as a quarterback, I think nope. I'm taking taking Cam.
Oh, Tua, you going on potential. You have to see what he.
But I would still take Cam. I'm gonna take Cam over Buffalo quarterback, even though I love him. If he can ever figure out how to throw accurately, oh my gosh, he's gonna be a problem.
He got on the top 100 list and Carson Wentz didn't. I was pissed off.
Buffalo's
Josh
quarterback.
Allen.
Because Josh balled last year. He definitely did.
I don't think he's better.
He definitely did. The top 100 is not about who's better.
Yeah.
It's about who just had a balling year. That's how you gotta look at those. That's why people get all bent out of shape about those things. I'm like, you can't get bent out of shape too much about it. It's just because it's players. First of all, it's the NFL players and how they see things, and they see things differently than we see things. So
I think they respect running quarterbacks more than they do throwers for some reason.
He balled out. He got them to the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, last year they went to the playoffs.
They respect the highlight.
He can put. They call him the White Cam. He's extremely big. He's fast. He has a cannon. He's definitely the hardest. Patrick Mahomes don't throw harder than him or further than him.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes. Okay.
Patty doesn't throw no way. I'll put my money on Allen.
I think if I recall, they said this year's Madden stats, Josh Allen does have a higher score than Pat. His arm strength is ranked higher.
I played with them in our Madden drawing.
Yeah.
His arm is insane. When he lets it go, it's gone. But at the same time, you don't know where it's going.
Yeah, because they asked on, since you don't watch SportsCenter anymore, probably not until now. They asked him about that, and he said it's a game.
Who's the game? Who said that?
It's the game. Mahomes. He said he thinks he can throw as strong.
Oh
as
yeah,
he can.
and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be about I don't know what you would use to kind of maybe distance, I guess. But I'm putting my money on it. He killed it at the combine. Allen launched something. Everybody's like, "Sheesh, this kid, what the fuck? Where did he come from? Small school, just like Carson.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I was like, whoa.
Look, I missed that this year. the combine.
Yeah, I like that. I do.
I have
love
no
all that
shame
stuff.
in sitting in front of a TV
Yeah, I do.
and watching the NFL combine, watching the quarterback day.
Even if I don't watch it live, I watch it later.
I can't explain to you how much that Marco Fultz draft really messed me up in terms of not wanting to look at drafts and pay attention to drafts anymore. Like
so you gonna put that draft on the reason why you don't believe in drafts no more?
I can't put my heart into like hoping this player is going to be good and then seeing them be terrible. Like he was the one I really thought was going to be an all-star, and after that I'm like
he could still be an all-star, and he's not a dud. He's just, you know what I mean, he's working his way up.
Do you think the Sixers staff really destroyed him like that?
I think the Sixers staff definitely destroyed him.
I don't think he had a mentality.
They played a part in it. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah, all right, I agree with that.
They got at least about 60% clip in that. I don't know. I don't care what anybody say.
Like 30, 40.
No, they take more. They got to take more onus on that. There's no way in the world, because if the Sixers don't draft him,
he's still not shooting.
Yes, he is. He still shoots.
Like he doesn't shoot. He still like doesn't shoot as well.
He doesn't shoot as well. No.
He still kind of shoots like.
But he at least has better mechanics now.
He shoots. He got more, and he got more confidence. He got confidence.
Elbow, he has better mechanics now.
It's the shoulder, I thought.
That was
he had a motorcycle. I heard there was a rumor that he had a motorcycle.
My thing about that is that, of course, it's hindsight 2020. You know, we all speculating because we all, know now. But my thing is more so on what happened if we don't draft him. Does he drop out of the top 10? Hell no.
No, because
somebody drafts him.
The Lakers would have took him.
Somebody drafts him.
Maybe. I don't know. That Lonzo Ball hype was like really. The Lakers getting Lonzo Ball, that was like really big.
But does he drop out of the top 10? If he drops out of the top 10, if he drops out of the top 5, because he was a guaranteed lock. Nobody was doubting it.
The only reason Lakers took Ball was because of Fultz being gone.
That's what I'm saying.
They were really hype about it.
His father was hype about him.
No, Magic Johnson was like about the records, and they were really because he was
hype about what? Ball?
Yeah,
after they got him.
But I mean, they knew they wasn't going to get Fultz. They was trying to hype it up so the Sixers were like, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We were trying.
You know what I'm saying? But the Sixers was biting. Sixers was like, oh, hell no. Taking Fultz. Get used to saying his name.
It's like the gift wrap. We try and give you another gift like we gave you before. In that center.
Oh, that's bullshit. One things I hate about being like a Sixers fan, and then I say this all the time. I'm pretty sure I said this even on the show before, is that the history of what we do up front is just like insane, and the moves and the draft picks and everything that we do is insane, and that's why I've said this. I know I said this before. We have to win a chip with Embiid. It just has to be done. We can't let another all-time type talent great. I don't know where he will land at the end of the drum, but right now he's one of the best in the game.
I'll give you that.
To not have a chance to win a chip, to don't have a chip, to only have Dr. J, you know what I mean, and then after that, nobody. And then to say, okay, well, we never had talent. Like Monty Squad, the Clippers, right?
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Like
all they hang is pictures. They don't hang banners.
Y'all have no y'all tried and y'all swung and missed at so many draft attempts. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Kenny Payne.
But for us, we had swung and missed, but we also had some swinging like hits. We had some guys that, and that's the thing.
Now, do you think you had players that weren't used right, or do you think you had players that didn't come into their own until after they left?
With that being said, what we do have, and this is like insanely wrong. So when we get a star, so when we don't have a star, everybody's going to be the next star who we get. When we lost Chuck, anybody we drafted, you're the next Charles Barkley. You're the next Charles Barkley. You're the next Charles Barkley.
Weatherspoon.
You're the next Charles Barkley. You're next.
They
Charles
tried
Barkley.
to make him the next Charles Barkley. Weatherspoon, that was not his game.
No, but they just you're going to be not so much you're going to be him as far as play his game. You're going to be as good. You're going to be that level. So right, we don't do that. That doesn't go out. So then we ended up getting we went we went Sean Bradley, Clarence
Oh my God, we
Weatherspoon.
didn't talk about Sean Bradley was a highlight film.
No, I'm not. Listen, you're jumping the gun.
We used to go to Sixers games to watch him get dunked on, to see what star was going to dunk on him next.
You're jumping the gun. First of all, Sean Bradley was not a bad player. He was
not a good player.
He was not a bad player. The problem with Sean Bradley was that he
weighed 110 pounds.
No, he took 2 years off for fucking basketball, which that should have been like, yo, can you play basketball first and then come back? That was the Sixers' mistake up front. The talent was there. He was obviously out of size, but he could get you solid 17 and 10, you know what I'm saying, with 2 to 3 blocks a game. That's a solid player. That's a solid NBA player. And when he got minutes and he was important, why do you think he lasted so long? Why do you think he played so well?
He was a body.
No, because he can play. He knows.
He was 6 fouls and some blocks.
The man was in Space Jams. Do you remember that? So he got the approval of Mike. He got the approval of Mike.
Yeah, nothing else put
in there. He got the approval
because he looked like
Mike.
Because he looked like one of the Monstars.
Whatever.
They had to do much drawing.
You're underestimating. I mean, like, look, I get it. He's a joke because we could have had Penny Hardaway and Chris Webber and yada yada yada. I mean, but to me, that was the only two I would have probably, hindsight 2020 and be like, oh yeah, well that's dumb. Anybody else behind that draft, I wouldn't be like, oh well. There was no other names in there that was like, oh, we could have had this player instead too. You know what I mean? Like, to me personally. But, you know what I mean? Yeah. But we had Bradley. We had Spoon. Then we had Sharon Wright. That was when I was like, oh, shit. Sharon Wright. I was like, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? And I was really hype on him because I thought he was what Spoon didn't have, and that was the height. But I was like, oh, Spoon is a really good player, but damn, Spoon's just too small. You know what I mean? I was like, Sharon Wright is pretty dope. He has a gun. Do you know any of these players we're saying, K?
No,
okay.
I'm ashamed to say. I'm ashamed of it.
No, don't be ashamed.
Don't
You're
be
just
ashamed.
young. You're just young. Learn your history, though. You know what I'm saying? Can't just be all on music. But
so you said you wouldn't have taken any of these names over Sean Bradley this year, outside of Chris Webber and Penny Hardaway.
Go ahead.
Jamal Mashburn.
All right, I'll take Mashburn.
Isaiah Ryder,
No.
Calbert Chaney,
No.
Bobby Hurley.
Yeah, I was pro Duke. I was pro my Bobby boy, but I wouldn't be mad taking Sean over him.
Ben Baker.
I wouldn't be mad taking Sean over him either.
Rodney Rogers.
I wouldn't be mad taking Sean
Lindsey
over him.
Hunter.
I wouldn't be mad taking Sean over him.
Allen Houston.
Wouldn't be mad taking Sean over him. Just saying. This dude, I remember watching him. And that's another thing. People just talk shit and they never watched him. His rookie year wasn't that bad. He looked extremely fucking rusty, which he was. You know what I'm saying? But he still produced. Jones, like, you look, bring up his stats. Bring up Sean Bradley's stats. Do that. Don't look at who the draft picks was. Because I would take Mashburn, though. Mashburn was that beast. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I forgot about Mashburn not being in that draft and shit. Sheesh.
His stats. Wait a minute.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I just.
As a Sixer or just his rookie year?
Just like go through his first couple of years. I don't know how many years he played with us. I think maybe 3 or 4. And then we got Jerry Stackhouse, and Jerry Stackhouse was supposed to be the next superstar. And everybody started realizing, like,
Stackhouse, I think if him and Iverson could have stayed together or got along, it'd have been undersized. They'd have been undersized as shit.
I think it wouldn't have worked.
Were they too much of the same player?
At that time, Stackhouse wasn't really a good shooter at all. In his early part of his career, he was more of a slasher. AI was very ball dominant. Brett Brown didn't really like a lot of ISO, and he was trying his damnness to try to turn Allen to a more of a pure point guard, which he wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they was the thing I give them both credit to. They were both winners. I think the thing that Stackhouse could have did for AI would have just try to keep him in line a little bit more when he would, you know what I mean, get a little bit too wild, you know what I mean, with the nightlife, the party and everything. Like, maybe, let's tighten up for this month. You know what I'm saying? We got these games coming up. Let's focus a little bit. Or, before you go away for the summer, come here, man. Let's, focus up, tighten up. Let me, just 1 year. You know what I mean? Let me give you 1, 2 years. And then if you see the results, then so on and so forth. But that means I have to believe that Jerry was that way. I'm just assuming that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know what Jerry shit was because he was in Detroit or Washington.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, what you want to know about?
I know he
Your
liked
Bulls.
punching Christian Laettner over cards and shit. That was BS.
Because Christian Laettner's a bitch.
Well, Christian Laettner, I guess, got more money than him.
What you want to know about your boy, Sean Bradley?
I just
What
look at it.
stats you want?
Just to give me his first year, and it's like first
His
couple
rookie
years.
year, 10.3 points, 3 blocks, 2 assists, but he only played 49 games.
Don't give me this. It's the boards. Give me the boards.
6.2.
Okay.
Second year, he played all 82 games. He only started 59 of them. 28 minutes per game, 45% from the field, 63% from the free throw.
Why are you giving me the wrong ones? It's points per game,
I'm
rebounds per game. You juicing it up too much. It's
8
not-
rebounds per game,
Thank you.
9 points per game.
Okay.
His last year as a Sixer, 8.8 points, 8.8 rebounds.
What was his box for the last 2 years as a Sixer?
Blocks, 3.2 and 3.3.
Yeah.
Then they traded him to Jersey.
What do you do in Jersey?
His points went up
Well, I already knew that was going to happen.
because he left the Sixers. That's what
I
they
mean,
do.
because the Sixers didn't believe in him. No, I mean it was real simple.
Here, his best season as a where's it at? His best season as a net, he averaged 4 blocks a game.
I remember. I mean, yeah, he was a problem in paint. He's always been. He's a paint eater, and that's one of the reasons why we grabbed him. We knew we had what's his name? We had Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon was small. We kind of like a little over compensated with a 7'6" person, but you know,
His highest rebound was his year as a Sixer at 8.8. His highest points was his first year in Dallas at 14.6. And his highest blocks was his last year in New Jersey at 4 blocks a game. But there's an asterisk beside that for some strange reason.
I have no idea.
Try to see what that is.
Maybe got traded or something. I was gonna say, I just think he. I mean, like I said, I just thought he was a solid player, and when you give an opportunity for a player to shine, he'll shine. He'll shine to his best of his potential. That's all you want. You want to get the maximum out of your potential. That's what you want to do. Now back to you, Kate, and
I have a question to ask you.
go ahead.
So, I guess where do you rank this? Because the whole Jerry and Allen was a whole duo. Where do you rank this Embiid and Ben duo right now?
Over what the Sixers?
Like-
Like the Sixers duos only?
Yeah.
Well, Jerry. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Well, Jerry and Allen was just not a duo. That was just a thing. It lasted. It lasted like a year, and that was it. They had to make a decision up front who they was going to lean to. 2 strong-minded characters, and they leaned to Allen, which was obviously the easiest decision to make. Allen never had nobody with him. I mean, he just never had anybody. You want to compare him with the best duo he had was
Mutombo.
Snow or McKee, and that's really weak and very low.
Mutombo.
Chuck had, I think, his best partner duo.
Moses.
No. His best
partner was Moses.
No. I think somebody that really rocked
Or
with
Rick
him.
Mahorn.
Nah, it was somebody
Those are
we
only
had. Like somebody that Hershey was. Hershey was his best drum. They didn't let that develop. And that's, kind of sad. You know what I mean? Then you got Moses and Doc. Obviously, that's the best one too. Duel. We won a chip. We was really, really good. You know what I mean? That's the number one. That's the high standard right now.
Fo.
You got sheesh. After that, you probably have I liked it. This is me personally. I liked it. Drew and Evan. You know what I mean? I thought that had a potential to be in a good duo. I think people wanted Evan to be, again, here we go again, want to be the star. He has to be the star. He has to be the star, man. He has to be the star. And it's like, nah, he could just be a solid player. You already got a good you already had a good team. You know what I mean? Like a really good nucleus team. But everybody's like, no, man, we need that superstar. Well, Drew can be that superstar. Drew could be the guy to get in the buckets. And then Evan can be the guy doing more of the facilitating. Or they can like switch off, vice versa. It didn't matter. And then you have a guy like a Iguodala if he stayed around. You know what I'm saying? And maybe produce. You don't blow teams up. You develop. So with that being said, Ben and Embiid to me is probably top. I say probably top 3 all time. I'll probably put top 5.
So Doc and Moses.
I gotta say Wilt and Hal Greer.
Okay.
Classic throwback.
So it makes Ben and
it would make Ben like 3 or 4.
Ben and Embiid 3
and 4. Cause I like Chuck. I guess well, you would have to put them over Chuck and them. Well, yeah, you would, cause Chuck never got to a conference final. So yeah, I'll definitely put Ben and them 3. They would be 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you with me, Key. Okay.
Great. Now you depressed him.
No, I was listening.
Now you depressed him, Key.
A little bit.
Now he gonna be depressed all the way home.
I'm not depressed. I just I just
needs
don't.
A drink.
I don't know. I just don't like. I don't know. I just don't like. Like I said, I just feel like we need to win a chip. You know what I mean? Yo, we need to win a chip. Like people say, LeBron needs to win a chip to validate his going to the Lakers. The fuck he doesn't. Lakers don't care. Lakers got banners all over the fucking place.
Yeah, we do care.
I mean, y'all care, but y'all care having another chip. But then it's like It's not. If LeBron retires and y'all don't win a chip with him, really y'all gonna boo-hoo? Seriously? Y'all not gonna really fucking boo-hoo.
I didn't like LeBron until he put on the purple and gold. So.
I mean, so it's like y'all not gonna really boo-hoo either way. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe if Anthony Davis doesn't ever win a ring with y'all and he's
then
still
I'll
there,
boo-hoo.
then maybe you could boo-hoo a little bit.
That's just like, I know what you mean. It's like they're crying from their ivory freaking tower.
Exactly.
It's not an ivory tower. Here. The Celtics have an ivory tower.
No, you guys are right there next to them. Don't even try
We are 2 championships behind them. We do not have an ivory tower yet.
Championships down after what is it? How many y'all got? 16.
Yes.
Oh God, 16. 16.
I just think it's just horrible.
We need one to tie, one to take over.
I just think it's just horrible. I just think it's just talent and everything else. And it's not just my organization. I feel the same way about what you call it. Because everybody told Giannis from the rip, you're never going to win in Milwaukee. You're never going to win. You might as well just leave. Come to us. Come to us. Nobody's coming to Milwaukee, so you're not going to be able to bring anybody there. So just come to us.
I hate that. Like, what is the point of these other teams then? You just might make it an 8-team league then.
Like, you're too talented.
They said that in Toronto.
You're just wasting your talent and everything else. Toronto was a talented team. They was a championship caliber team. They just kept on. It's like the Knicks keep on running into the fucking Jordan. They would have been in the finals. They probably would have been won a chip. But they kept on running to Jordan. The one year they didn't run to fucking LeBron because LeBron wasn't there.
I don't know if they ever would have won a chip.
Who?
I think they could have got to the finals.
Who?
The Toronto Raptors.
The Raptors. If DeMar Rosen was still there, and the same shit happened the following year, nobody's beating the Raptors.
I think the Warriors would have beat them all the times.
The way with the injuries and everything?
What do you mean? Oh, the year, like, what do you mean?
The
year that just
If
happened.
everything played out,
like no,
literally,
so if no Kawhi and
they kept Rosen, they could have easily.
We would have.
Who would have beaten them?
The Sixers or the Bucks would have got
Kawhi. DeRozan destroys us.
Well, then what about the Bucks?
Destroys
Giannis would
us.
have got him. Giannis would have got him.
Would he?
Yeah.
Would
I
he?
think so. I really think so.
Y'all look back at the Rosen career in Toronto. The man is a beast. The Rose. I mean, I'm not saying he's better than Kawhi or anything like that. But this man was putting up wins, and he was the leader of the team. Now they kept on saying he didn't show up in those big games against LeBron only. Kawhi didn't have to face LeBron, so I don't want to hear that shit. He got around that. He didn't have to face LeBron, so I don't want to hear that shit. Now you can say, well, he faced him when he was in San Antonio. He had a whole different team and a whole different coach.
I think Kawhi's playoff run was like one of the best playoff runs close to him.
It was like really good. And he was definitely balling and doing a lot of things and doing like shutting shit down. Mm-hmm. And he was balling his ass off. Nobody's denying that. and Kawhi is a really great player. Nobody's denying that. But you're making it seem like that this team, like all of a sudden, he was the reason why they went to the next level.
Think
he was not.
He was the next level for them.
That team was loaded from the rip.
I know it was loaded. I agree with it.
And
loaded,
it was
but he
always
took them
on
to the next level.
You could possibly say that
Possibly.
because what's the one thing that stopped Toronto?
I mean, it was LeBron, but it was like
Was LeBron there to stop Toronto again?
they also struggled with a lot of other
Was LeBron? They don't get eliminated by nobody else but
The Bucks
LeBron.
took them to 6, and I think it was Giannis's like first year.
I'm
in the
talking
playoffs.
about every year that DeRozan was in the playoffs with the Raptors over the last, I would say, 3 years, maybe 4. The Raptors only gets eliminated by
DeMar DeRozan. I just
by
you
the
can't even take the Spurs
by
to the playoffs now.
by.
DeMar DeRozan versus the Sixers averages 20.1 points per game.
Care about his averages? What are you talking about?
I care about that. I'm glad you brought that up.
He cared about that.
I'm just saying. I thought you was bringing up playoff series or something. I don't know.
He's not the best. I mean, like I agree. I agree. Sometimes he gets crapped on, but like I really do believe Kawhi just brought the Raptors to another level.
Don't get me wrong. Kawhi ball. When I saw the trade, I said, "Damn, they shooting their shot. They're shooting their shot. Like, listen, we taking our shot. We going for the chip."
Yeah.
I understood that move.
Mhm.
It wasn't to me. I didn't look at it. It was like a major upgrade, but I saw the upgradeness, and the reason why I saw the upgradeness is because on the defensive end, I know Kawhi can play defense. He can make more of an impact defensively than DeRozan can. Offensively, I'm thinking it's a wash.
Nah, I think he's better offensively. Too.
I'm not saying that he's not better than him. I'm just saying he's a wash. I've seen DeRozan make clutch shots and win games.
I'm talking about like threes, like the fact.
Yeah,
that
he can shoot threes.
Nah, he's not. No, but Kawhi's
can
like
shoot
one of the
threes.
best 3-point shooters.
Now, but no.
Yeah.
Put it this way. Kawhi all of a sudden became a better offensive player. DeRozan was always always an offensive player.
He's been good since like for 5 years now.
Who?
Kawhi.
I think
4.
Kawhi had
I'll
something
say
to
4.
Kawhi had
Well,
something to
if
prove.
you counting this year,
last
I'm talking about. All right, I guess if you like take out the year he was injured.
no. If you counting this year, I
I'm
count.
counting this year.
I count.
I'm counting since 2015.
I count the
Kawhi
first year.
Kawhi looked like he did last
After
year because
the
he had
first
something to
championship.
prove.
After
No,
his championship
ever
person.
since Timmy retired.
No, I would say even then.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. He was
No.
averaging 20 when Timmy was still there.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm
He was
talking
a
about
good
when
player
Timmy retired. That's when he took off.
He took it to another level that next year.
Yeah,
But like
when
he
Timmy
was,
took,
he was an
that's
all-star
when he
caliber.
did a thing.
But he was an all-star caliber. I think he was as.
Everybody
good
was
as
thought he was solid. No, don't get me wrong. He definitely stepped his game up and improved his game. But the levels that he went from after Timmy retired and it became really his team.
Yeah, he became a superstar.
It was
after that. But,
totally
like,
night
I
and
think
day.
he was as good as DeMar even when Timmy was there. I think that
Because of his defense.
No,
His
well, yeah.
defense separates himself from a lot of people in that department because he's a all-around talented player.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive side of him is not drawn. But this is the reason why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
It's not about what Kawhi can do. It's not about what Kawhi can do. It's about what people don't think DeMar can do. DeMar only had one obstacle, one issue, and that was LeBron. And the reason why, because he couldn't guard LeBron, and there was nobody on that team that could guard LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, Siakam wasn't ready, but let's say this year, Siakam, that year that they won, Siakam took his step. DeRozan, Kyle. Remember, Kyle ain't, I mean, people say DeMar don't show up.
No, I agree. Kyle
And
Lowry.
he didn't show up sometimes in playoffs, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But this past year, he didn't.
Sometimes.
Oh, we're at an hour and 3 minutes.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't show up, but it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then also, no offense, I'm not trying to take no shots to him, but I say the coach just wasn't the coach to get him over the hump.
I agree with that. Nick Nurse is better.
And you're saying that because he won the chip, but is he really better? Let's see how it comes out. Let's say he doesn't never make the playoffs no more, which is probably going to be impossible because he's about to make the playoffs this year.
I think he knew his team better. He knew what his team could do.
I'm pretty sure he knew DeMar. I know. I put it to you this way. I'm not saying that he gonna say that he it's a definite, but I know he would have said I'm very confident. I felt extremely confident going into the season with DeMar DeRozan even before we had to trade with what you call him.
Nick Nurse got the same thing with the Doug Collins Phil Jackson thing. Doug built the team. Phil got the win.
Doug is Doug. Doug is the reason why we ended up with Bynum. Doug is the reason why we just didn't have nobody saving us in the win. We needed a dumbass Jerry
Bynum was
Reinsdorf.
healthy when we sent him to you.
Fuck off. No, he wasn't.
He had to pass an NBA physical for the trade to go through.
I love
So
Doug Collins.
He obviously
Doug
was healthy.
Doug Collins knows everything, knows a lot about basketball, and knows a lot about sports. But one thing he does not know is anything about personnel and scouting and none of that shit. I don't care what anybody say.
All right, well, how about Mark Jackson and Golden State?
What about it?
Mark Jackson built that team but didn't win.
Mark Jackson, hold up. So Mark Jackson built that team and they didn't win. What did he build? What did he build?
What did
He wasn't there. He wasn't there. Only person.
what-
Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, the only person he might have been there for was Draymond.
I think he helped instill.
He wasn't there when they drafted Clay. He wasn't there when they drafted Steph.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't their coach yet.
The year he was there. Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. Not the year they drafted them two. Remember, Steph and Clay, they was in the league before they hired Mark Jackson. Because remember, Monte Ellis was there. Monte Ellis was even playing on Monte Ellis. I mean, Mark Jackson didn't have. I don't remember him having Monte Ellis. Mark Jackson wasn't there that long. Mark Jackson was there for a brief second when they started getting good. For whatever reason, I don't care what's the reason was, but for whatever reason they went a different way. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Mark Jackson couldn't have did the same thing. You know what I mean? But what Kerr brought to the team is totally different. Kerr brought that Phil Jackson shit, quality shit to him. He's like, yo, I'm bringing that shit.
He also, I think, he was the because I think Mark Jackson, the main difference was Mark Jackson was more ISO heavy, while what's the name put the most in offense, where he had Steph running around off ball way more instead of bringing the ball up like a typical point guard.
There you go. Thank you, Q, for that little Easter egg. But yeah, I don't know.
Touche.
I don't know. I just don't believe in that and everything else. So yeah, when it comes to the championships and everything else, I just feel like, it's sad. It is sad. You know what I mean? I hope Milwaukee get a chance and everything else. But it's the front office fault. Because Golden State is not a big market, and Golden State did it right. They went through the draft. They drafted all they goddamn
You don't
players.
think the Bucks are doing well right now? Like how they built.
They need to get one more. It's right now. It's Giannis and Middleton, and they need one more.
I think the coach they added was really helped things out.
They need a player. They need one more player. And right now, they're doing the fishing. They got two. They doing the I got two, and we going to just try to find somebody in free agency.
I think right now the league's in that whole NBA duo thing where a lot of teams only have two people.
I mean, that was the format. It was get your Batman to your Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I said Robin. You know what I mean? And, that was always the plan. The Pistons had Dumars and Isaiah, and the Lakers had Magic and Kareem, and the Celtics had Bird and Mikal, and, you always have your 1-2. Of course, those teams also have other players. Doc had Moses, obviously. Jordan had Pippen, Shaq had Kobe, you know what I mean? Shaq had Wade, you know what I mean? You always usually try to do it. Every once in a blue moon, you can find a team like a Dirk that pretty much does it on his own, puts the team on the back, maybe with some solid role players. Bubba, when he took the team to the finals in 01, you know what I mean? It's like you find those certain draws, but those don't really pan out too much. You usually need a whole team or something. And nowadays, it's like it becomes a whole big thing. But the thing is, what I feel like it's just patience. Motherfuckers don't got no patience, and then they don't know how to do it again. Gotta have patience. You know what I'm saying? The Golden State could have easily flopped. You know what I'm saying? That shit could have never won no chips. They could have never been a dynasty and none of that. Could have easily flopped. Instead, they stuck with it, been patient, they kept it going. And the best thing they ever did was drafting Clay. That was the best thing they ever did. Because most teams would say, all right, got a really good shooting guard. I'm going to grab me a guy who can defense and stop somebody.
They were thinking about, at one point, trading Clay for Kevin Love.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like, why? Why not put somebody out there with them and let them shoot all crazy? Like they talking about breaking up Dame and McCollum. Why?
I think it's because they think that, like, maybe they can get, like, a defensive.
Grab a
3D.
forward.
Yeah.
Buy one. Draft one. Draft a forward. It's not their fault. They're the reason why you even in a discussion.
I agree with you that.
You're not producing. No, don't get me wrong. They tried. Change your offensive style a little bit. Don't try to be all so quick. Stop shooting so many goddamn threes. Slow it down. You're not Steph. You're not Clay. You can't play their style. You know what I'm saying?
That style has killed so much youth basketball because everybody thinks they should come down and jack a three now.
It's not
There is
them.
no
It's
set.
not their fault. It's
I didn't
not
say
their fault.
them personally. I said that style.
It's not even killing youth basketball. You know what's killing youth basketball? The people. The coaches.
The coaches.
The people in the
coaches,
make
'cause
decisions.
Every kid that plays thinks they can come down and just jack a three.
And you tell them no.
And they don't listen.
No, because you don't sit them. You gonna tell somebody no, but play them. Get in there.
Pretty much.
When you don't listen, you sit down. I wish a player. Oh, how about this one? This is a classic one. I'm gonna give you this one. See if you catch one. Coach. So your second best player on your team ain't shooting threes. So what's up with that? So yeah, I talked to him about it. I try to do my New England upper New England accent. It didn't work out that well. I talked to him about it, and yeah, I told him I'm encouraging him to shoot more.
That's so sad.
To shoot more.
And you know what's even worse than that?
Ha. Hold up.
I can top that.
No, you can top that. I know you can top it, but still, it's just that. Then the next interview. So what do you say? Oh yeah, I heard that. I'm out. I don't care. I'm just gonna play my game.
Oh, better. When they said,
What?
So what are you going to do in the off season? Are you going to work with one of the shooting coaches? No, I'm going to go around and shoot with my brother.
Who gives a shit? I don't care if he shoots with his brother or a professional shooter.
No, he wouldn't work with any of their shooting coaches. They offered to hire him a shooting coach. He'd rather shoot with his brother.
Doesn't matter who he's shooting with.
Apparently, shooting with his brother's not doing shit for him.
No, because he's not shooting it.
Exactly.
No. So getting a shooting coach, he can get the best shooting coach in the world. If he says, no, I'm not going to shoot it, what does it matter if he has the best shooting coach in the world? But if your coach tells you, I need you to shoot the ball more, that's his job to tell you, and you decide to say, no, I'm cool. You know who did the same shit? Iguodala. Doug was like, dog, I need him to be more on, like, shoot the ball. No, Doug. It was the coach before Doug. I forget who it was. He was like, I would like him to shoot the ball more. He was the alpha on the team.
Who was the coach before that?
I forget. I can't think of it right now. He's like, I want him to, be more aggressive, shoot the ball more. He said, that's not my game. I need to do that. We are the highest. You're the highest paid player on our team.
They wanted him to be Iverson 2.0 or AI 2.0.
This was after his contract. He signed his contract.
Mm-hmm.
He got his money.
Got his $80 million.
You know what I mean? And now he's, Then he's going to talk about, like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Why not? Because those extra shots could lead to extra points, which could lead to more wins.
He wanted to be Robin. He never wanted to be Batman.
But what I'm saying is that when I sign to you, when I tell you, like, I'm running this shit for you, don't defer. I will bench you.
And you know what happens to that coach that does that?
Who?
I'm saying the coach that does that.
Yeah.
That tells the star that I need you to shoot and he doesn't shoot and then I'll bench him. That coach gets fired.
Yeah.
No, that coach ain't getting fired.
That coach gets fired.
That coach ain't getting fired.
No, you
Players have
want
too much power
to say that. The players have more power than the coach. People come to the owners look at it this way. They come to see the players. They don't come to see the coaches.
No,
they
I
will
understand
fire
that.
a coach
I understand that.
to keep that player
I
happy
understand
because
what
that
you're
player
saying.
is going to bring the fans in the stands. And that's what they care about more.
That's all good and dandy, but nobody wants to see a losing situation.
They will fire that coach that benches that star.
Nobody wants to see a losing situation. These two players I'm mentioning right now, these two players that I just use as an example, if they would do these things, they will include more wins. Now, Ben, on the other hand, he has help. Iggy didn't. So Iggy needed to do those things to get wins. And then at the time, and not even at the time, has always been his number one thing is what's doing better for what's going to help the team win. It's always been Iggy's situation. So you shooting the ball more or taking more shots, not dumb shots, but good quality shots, more of, is going to help us win. You decided not to for whatever your reason is. You're going against the grain to trying to help us win. That is like job detrimental.
When a coach and a player argue, who gets fired? The coach.
I understand what you're saying in a situation like, say,
How you think Tyronn Lue got to be a head coach?
like if
Tyronn Lue was not getting that head coaching job until if he didn't appeal to LeBron. And he said, you know what, maybe you should get the ball more. And LeBron's like, you know, I'm tired of running this offense like this. I need to get rid of this coach.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. He wasn't doing that shit in Miami because Spoelstra had power.
Because Spoelstra had Pat Riley behind him, and Pat Riley knows better.
He had power.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. The owner bull, once he got LeBron back, you know what I mean, he didn't give a shit. He just wanted a ring. He don't care about LeBron anyway. They to this day got bad blood. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted a ring, so he didn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't care who's the coach or who's running whatever. You know what I mean? I just want the ring and the title, and that's all he cared about, and that's all he ever will care about was that. But a team, a real team with a real organization with a backbone behind it, you know what I mean? You got to be able to stand up and say something. You know what I mean? You want to say something. Kirk can tell his team what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? His star players, he can tell them. And he's told them in the beginning when he got there, listen, y'all going to do this shit. Y'all not going to do this shit. Y'all going to do this shit. Phil did the same thing when he went to L.A. Y'all niggas going to listen to this. Y'all ain't going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really one of those things that if you don't have a backbone to stand on, you ain't going to win nothing. You not. You need a strong-minded coach. That's why coaching is still important. You ain't going to go so far with a subpar coach. That's why people's like, we like you, Brown. We don't think you're a bad coach, but we just don't think you're the person that's going to take us there. And that might be the case. But we don't know because I think it's still the players.
Coach lives matters.
Hour 16.
All right, thank you. You the man.
Coach lives matters.
All right, so we getting to the tail end of our show. It's time for Mount Rushmore. How do you feel about our Mount Rushmore? How do you feel about our show today, anyway?
I think it's awesome.
I mean,
Mellow, yellow, was it yellow, yellow.
Blake Griffin. He probably would have got. Excuse me. He would got all over me with the quad thing.
Oh yeah. And that's the name of your porn.
Oh, how about that shit? I just. But so I'm trying to think of a sports Mount Rushmore we can do, but I feel like we tapped on a lot of them also.
Wait. I got one.
Go for it.
Go for it, Key.
Top all time NBA. Mount Rushmore NBA duos all time.
Nice.
Okay, that's dope. I feel like we did that one though.
No, we didn't do duos.
I know, but it just feels
That's
like
what
we
you
did
just said all year. You just said that your Sixer duos.
Those are Sixer duos. I mean, you saying all time duos, so I got it. Go ahead. So hold up. 2 players, right? No,
Yes.
no Drake.
Yep.
Just 2.
Two.
All right, cool.
All right, so 1 second though. For the Bulls, would you consider Dennis Rodman a part of that?
No.
No.
I mean, if you're doing a trio, then yeah. If you're
okay,
doing a
so
duo,
we can say the Bulls then. You can say the Bulls like the.
No. You. I mean, if you're going to do a duo,
Yeah.
that means 2 people.
Okay.
If you're going to do, that's what I said. If we're going to do a trio, then we do Trey people.
No, duo. I was
Okay.
saying, does that discount them because they had a star?
No.
No.
I don't discount.
All
right.
Oh, I gotta start. No.
I'm letting you pick the order because usually Mount wants you to do that number thing.
Oh,
and
the number
I don't care for that.
Okay. Oh, you don't want to do that?
No, because it's me and him. I really don't care about that.
All right,
You
you
want to
start
pick
off.
the order? You can pick the
Unless
order.
you want mine to pick the order.
Sure. I don't care.
You really just get a
All right,
balloon to
right,
finger?
right.
So who
You
going
start-
first?
Did you really just get
I
a
go
balloon to
last.
finger?
You guys, you and then.
And you want to finish
yeah,
up?
Yeah.
You really just gave
But
a
I still
balloon to
gotta
finger.
All right, Brian, you want to go first?
All right.
All right.
Give me
Give me 2. Give me two breasts. Let me get some fries, a little coleslaw on the side.
funny. Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
Nobody was prepared for this one. That's why he wanted to go last so he could think.
Yeah. I'm thinking right now.
Starks and Ewing.
I like that.
Are you serious?
I said it.
I like it. I just like how deep cut it is. Kind of.
I don't think you definitely thought about this at all. But go ahead, continue. It's yours.
Exactly.
Starks and Ewan.
I said it. When Starks was on, he was on.
Starks and Ewan.
Yes.
I always felt like that was a downfall for them too.
But
Mark Jackson. They gave up on him too quick, and then they went to Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland.
And then there was the point guard by committee until the got there.
What do you mean?
Was it Hubert Davis, Chris Childs?
Oh man, they never had a point guard. They haven't had a point guard since those two I just mentioned.
What's the boy that finally was a starter?
They had Greg Anthony. They had Hubert Davis.
How about Greg Anthony?
They had what's his name? What's the boy name? They had old ass Derek Harper.
That's who I was thinking about, Derek Harper.
I mean, they was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, not horrible players, but just.
But they weren't. Yeah.
They could have had Mark Jackson. That's what I'm trying to say.
True.
And they drafted that. Another mistake. You drafted something good, you just let it walk out the door.
Magic and Kareem.
Obviously.
Kobe and Shaq.
Obviously. That's why I don't understand that Knicks one. So I'm assuming your last one gotta be what you call it, right?
What you call it?
I'm not gonna say their names. You know what they are.
What, the Bulls?
Gonna call them the Bulls. You gonna call them just gonna say the logo?
Unfortunately, I had to say the Bulls.
All right.
I want to say.
You don't have to, but you don't. If that's what you're gonna say, I'm assuming leaving them out it sounds kind of redundant.
Yeah. I'll say the Bulls, but if I could put an asterisk beside it, I'd take Bird and McHale.
How about you just knock the fucking Knicks?
Because I like Patrick Ewing and John Starks.
How long was that duo together? That duo wasn't together long.
That's been about 5-6 years.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that long. Google it. You gonna Google that?
You go.
I know you. I'm just saying. So that's it. So
yes.
So we got Mike and Scotty, Shaq, Kobe, Kareem, Magic, Ewing, Starks.
And for real, I was gonna go all Lakers at first, but that'll just be evil.
What do you mean go all Lakers?
I could have gone Magic, Worthy. I could have gone Kobe and Paul, and that it took the other two spots.
Kobe and who?
Powell. Gasol.
I give you the Powell Kobe one. Nah, well then I give you the Powell Kobe one. I ain't giving you the Worthy one.
What?
Green was still there.
Look, on the downside.
Green was still there.
Yes, on the downside. And their focus wasn't on Kareem's offense then.
Kareem
literally played the first 5 minutes, then went to the bench, and then it was the Magic Worthy show.
Whatever, Kareem.
With them throwing oops to Cooper.
And they won what? One ring out of that? Like I said, I'll accept the Powell Kobe one. They won at least 2. And they was all year and everything else. And there was no third. I mean, like, Worthy's like the Bynum of that equation.
Wow.
I'm just saying. You know, I wasn't trying to take a shot at anybody. We already looked up Worthy stats and everything.
No, I'm not talking about that. What you have? Starks and
Starks. How many seasons Starks and Ewing play together? All right, so I'll say mine. So we got best duos. I got Shaq and Penny. That was always my favorite. I thought Orlando gave up on that very too quickly. They went to a final, and they should probably went to 2. And would have probably meant to many more. Obviously, I said Doc and Moses. My only NBA championship. Sad face emoji. I got one more. I gotta think about this one last one. Oh, I did like this. I like this duo very
He
much.
did 8 years in New York.
Who's
Starks?
really?
Yes.
From what year to year?
From the 90-91 season to the 97-98 season.
How many games did he play in the 90-91 season?
The 90-91 season played 61 games.
Do the guys like his draft and all that stuff on there?
He was a free agent.
Right.
He got drafted by Golden State.
Right.
But he went there.
So his first years was in Golden State.
His first year was in Golden State. Then he went to the CBA and got cut.
Yeah, right.
And then the Knicks picked him up.
Yeah.
As a free agent.
But what year? What place was he drafted in Golden State?
Hour 25.
All right, we wrapping it up. We about to get there.
Yeah. Looking it up now.
Oh, so
he's free agent.
My last one is Timmy and Robinson.
Free agent pickup.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get that one. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I love Tim. Oh, hold up. Maybe we'll scratch that.
Dang.
I'm gonna scratch Timmy and Robinson.
You already just like the fact that you even put it out there now.
I'm gonna take what you call because I did like them as a really good
please don't tell
backcourt.
me you're gonna take them.
No, I'm gonna take Dumars and Isaiah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Timmy and him off.
Timmy.
All right. I think I got some 2-1. I think you guys are gonna be like, huh? All right.
I'm trying to think of somebody. I feel I'm missing somebody that.
Oh, you still got more?
No, I'm just thinking out loud. Go ahead. I mean to myself. Go ahead.
All right. I'm just gonna get the most well known out. Kevin and Steph. I mean, what more to say about Kevin?
Oh, Garnett and Steph Marbury?
No. Kevin Durant and Steph. I was thinking of them. Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. You don't think of them as a duo?
No, but go ahead.
I see. That's why I wanted to, because I'm like, you didn't consider Rodgers.
No, I mean, no. You can consider that. I'll accept it.
All right, fine, whatever.
Would they won like 2 chips, or 1 chip?
2.
They won 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, acceptable.
I was thinking in terms of just like them at their primes. Has there anybody really been as good as them except maybe Shaq and Kobe?
Acceptable.
All right. The next one will be.
Just want shit on Clay though. I'm messing with you.
Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Nice.
Okay.
2 rings. A lot of records. The next one after that will be Shaq and D Wade. That one.
I thought about that one, but it was so short lived. So
yeah, it was. But they got a championship. That's why
they should have one more. Wade just couldn't stay healthy. If he'd have stayed healthy, man, he was scorching cats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching the game. I think it was Game 5 against Dallas the other day, and he was just
he just turned it on.
Yeah. No one could stay in front of him.
It was a conference finals game. He was going against, I think, Detroit. They could not stop him.
Yeah, it was a good one. And then the last one will be Hakeem and who do you think it is?
Clyde.
Yeah.
It had to be. If Darren wasn't Kenny Smith.
I was gonna say Sampson, but at one point.
Oh, Ralph Sampson.
But now I was like,
Mister, I'm a dunk and hit my neck on the rim.
So sad. That's crazy about the Sampson thing. Sampson was the number one. I mean, they moved on from Moses, and Moses ended up being great because it could have been Moses and Hakeem.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that probably wouldn't have worked out because if Moses was there, they would have never got the number 1 pick.
There was another thing that I think I remember reading. There was they talked about how because Sampson's knees probably would have gave up on him anyway, but like he had I remember it was who's the guy who was running the Celtics? Who was his name? Big Red.
Red Auerbach.
Red R.
Yeah.
They talked about how he went up to Sampson, I think in his sophomore year, was telling him like you should, or maybe it was freshman year. He was like you should declare for the draft because I think the Celtics had like a high draft pick.
Well, yeah, because they cheat a lot.
Yeah.
Celtics definitely cheat a lot.
And he was like, "No."
They did the same thing to get Len Bias. Bastards.
Damn. Yeah, I always wonder how did they get the number 1? They had the best record. How do you get? I mean, it's possible, but how did they get that?
Cheaters.
Like,
they made some hellified trades and deals?
They got trade. They did.
Probably made all the trades with the Sixers.
Yeah, I hate the team too. But they talked about he was saying like you should come out, but Ralph Sampson was like, nah, I'm enjoying it here and yada yada. And Ray thought that was stupid because he's like, you're shortening your earning power and all that.
Yeah, some people it's college basketball is about college athletics in general. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. It's kind of different because it's about money and educational, but at the same time you're a kid and you're just enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're having fun. You know what I mean? So it's a little different. We can talk about that sometime next week or something.
Like, what do you think he should have done that? What do you think?
I'm always pro. I'm pro.
Anything about the Celtics?
I'm pro whatever the individual want to do, but I like college athletics to be college athletics. I'm actually one of the few people that don't want them to get paid because it's like, then what does that mean to everybody else in the past?
I think if you could figure out a way to pay them equally.
Pay on what?
But here's the thing:
make sure that they make sure they cool as far as like they're books and their dormitory and stuff. Don't
Well,
give them a fucking ridiculous amount of money.
I read a Sports Illustrated article one time real fast.
Mhm.
This guy was a college football player.
Mhm.
He couldn't get a job to support. He wound up having a baby with his girlfriend. He couldn't get a job to put any money on the table because it would have messed up his scholarship as a football player.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't live with his baby mom and his kid because her income would be considered his income, and that would mess up his scholarship money.
Mhm.
So he had to live on campus away from his baby mom and couldn't get a job to help them out while he's a football player.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's messed up.
So how is that? How can the school make all this money off him, but he can't make enough money to take care of his family?
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying like I'm a little old school with
Like,
it.
I think if you
I'm
can
sorry.
figure out a way to pay them equally, that's one thing.
But what are you paying
You can't
them?
have a school in a bidding war because Duke can outbid Appalachia State for a player.
It's not so much. I'm not talking about.
That's where the money problems. That's where the money.
Oh, but
stuff
you cool with
comes
the
in.
Lakers having all these advantages over all the other teams, Milwaukee.
What advantages?
Ah,
Yeah, exactly.
We
I
gotta own up to the same salary cap and luxury tax problems everybody else has. Just the Lakers aren't afraid to play the luxury tax. Most teams are.
because they
even
can afford it.
I heard like the endorsement, like Nike and them will pay players who go to like those teams more. Like so, for Nike would pay like Giannis more.
Because he's seen more in LA than you are in Milwaukee. It's a bigger market.
I understand it. I'm just saying like
I just
It's
don't
unfair.
like it. I don't like the money. I don't like it. I mean, you like the money part. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I get it. It's unfair. Yada yada yada. But I just.
no, I get it. You feel one way even though
It's
you know
not. It's not. It's just I'm going to school. I'm sitting in class next to you, but you're making like what, $30 an hour or something because you play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, kid, give me a break. What about the person? So you know what I mean? What about the average person? I listen. Look, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna be trying to play basketball or sports. Then they gonna be like, I'm playing sports. They paying these checks out.
I mean, they should already know that. Then.
You know what I mean? But it's just I don't know.
I can
don't
see
know.
how it makes like resentment towards the players, but if that D1 player is bringing in the money though.
Like for instance, so his situation about his kid, the one he used as example, if he wants to be able to support his kid, he should be able to at least say, "Hey, I need to be able to work to support my kid." You know what I mean? Hopefully, it doesn't ruin his
Amateur status.
his amateur status. But at the same time, anything else, that's everyday normal student who has a kid in college situation.
Yeah.
I gotta bounce. I can't go to class. I got a kid now. I gotta stop school. That's life. Should have strapped up or pulled out. And on that note, we ended. We would like to thank Crack Bell Productions.
Strap
Great
up and pull out.
lesson.
The name of his
Ooh,
porn.
ooh, now, do
What
you
did
want
you
it,
say?
I was thinking like, do you want to put that as a title?
Strap
up and pull out?
I don't know.
No, we
No.
can't use that.
All right.
I mean, we could, but it just doesn't make sense to the show until the end.
Yeah. True.
Oh, just so you know, the Jazz beat the Pelicans 106-104.
Yeah, it was one possession. I was kind of watching it.
Okay, that's cool.
And the Clippers are losing to the Lakers 31.
You hear that, Mont? You hear that?
Oh, so sad, Mont. Put your head down.
Crack Bell Productions is us that support us and do all this stuff. Think Facebook Live streaming over there and YouTubers. We are on IG. We are on Twitter. We also on Facebook. Obviously, I just mentioned that. This video should be up.
Spotify. Don't forget Spotify. Don't forget
I
Spotify.
was gonna get to that. Thank you for saying that. This should be up eventually around probably the next day or two. Give me a minute to do some editing and fine tuning. And you can always listen to us on
Spotify,
or
iTunes,
Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
I was about to say that part.
So with that being said, we'll be back with a
Brand new show next
I want
week.
to say our guests. I want to because I really want a guest in here, not this balloon. And
Well, our guest will be here next week.
So yeah, we definitely gonna have the guest.
I don't know about him.
Yeah, but we don't know about that.
We might get another balloon.
We might get another balloon. And we also might be switching it up. I mean, we might change our scheduling, but y'all don't really care about that because y'all just listen to us.
As long as we show up,
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And please, 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 I would love comments. I want comments. I love the fact that you watch, and I love the fact that you support, and,
We
and
appreciate
all that. But we would love to hear some comments on some topics or
Some
something that you
feedback.
wanted to talk about. Maybe you want to just hear our opinions on.
Talk about Dre's nappy hat.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't know why that was a shot. You know what I mean?
It's really a bad hat. You need a new one.
No, it's not. It's a Bears hat. That's why it's great.
It's full of lint.
It's well, I got kids, nigga. So whatever. You Castro. You need a cigar? With the kid Fidel Castro hat on. What's wrong with you? Anyway, for Prime.
You. Oh boy.
4 keys.
See you guys.
For Sad Boy, say something.
Cheat.
I'm Andre. We out. Peace.